He would like to ask for a new appointed lawyer.
Why? She's one of the biggest junkyard dogs that we have here. There's no one that fights more than she does. You were wanted out of another state. And I guess your lawyer there are two things. You're not happy with Anna here. And so we need to talk about that, number one. Number two, a lot of times when people have fugitive cases, they ask for me to set them a bond so they can get out and go turn themselves in. I don't know. I don't know why you're wanted out of the other state. All I know is that you have an open DWI now. And within the last, year and a half, you've picked up 2 other cases with me in this court. So I know you because you keep picking cases up. So I don't care if you have Jesus here. It don't matter who you got, where she's as that good, right? I don't know if I'm going to give you a bond because all I know is you keep picking cases up. And you're only 23. So Amy, tell me about Mr. Penn.
Yes, he's born out of Newton County, Indiana, corrupt business influence, forgery, fraud, and identity deception. This was issued May 14th of 2024. He of course has local cases for DWI, 415. Let me see what else.
What's he wanted for? What was the first part?
Corrupt business influence, forgery, fraud, and then identity deception.
Corrupt business influence, forgery, and fraud. Do we know that they want him?
Yes.
Okay. Is there a bond that's been set there?
I don't have any information about bonds.
Okay.
Also, day is coming up in 5 minutes if we're discussing bond.
Okay. So tell me, what's going on?
Mr. Pena, I don't want to get too far into attorney-client
Sure,
communications. He would like to ask for a new appointed lawyer.
Why?
Well, me and her had a conversation. Like, there's nothing against her, but we just had a conversation, and I didn't think that
She's fighting for you? She's one of the biggest junkyard dogs that we have here. There's no one that fights more than she does.
No,
She's better than most attorneys I even see here. I'm telling you, she's amazing.
No, I believe you. You could be saying the truth, but
I am saying the truth.
no. I know you are. I believe me. And just off the fact, the case, the other price case that you did bring up, I haven't had. It was a year and a half already, and it's only been for for protection. Like my other cases, I'm not no bad dude that robbery or they're all gun charges, and that's just on the behalf of the landscaping business that I got. That every time when I'm in the backyard or so, somehow they're always trying to steal the back of the trailer. That's the only reason, and the only cases that I got. I don't got no evading arrest, no like a robbery or what, however you.
I don't know, but we have another prosecutor that's coming up to speak about this as well. I'm not going to give you another lawyer. This is a lawyer that we've given you. We only have a couple lawyers who do these types of cases regardless.
Okay.
So,
The only thing I was gonna, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you.
Okay.
The only one I was gonna ask you was I was trying to get the lawyer that fought for the 2 gun charges. I don't know, Mr. Some with, I just forgot. I think he's an Italian dude.
those cases you had.
They have the same guy. And I really thought it was him right here.
Oh, it is Greg.
I know why you look familiar. Yeah.
Yeah, Greg, you represented Mr. Pena on both of his prior cases.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's why when I looked at it, I was like,
So look, the only way you can have Greg is you can hire him. Otherwise, you got Anna. Okay?
oh, yeah, he's getting, oh, now he charges
Hire him.
that. Look at
I always charge. I don't know what you're thinking.
All right, we're going to put you back because we're waiting on another lawyer to come up here.
Let me go back and talk.
Yeah, for
I'll
sure.
charge.
Mr. Pena, thank you for smoothing that over. He would like to ask the court for a fugitive bond. I told him it was a long shot, but I was not going to presume to speak for the court.
We need to bring someone out. Please. Pena, please. Okay. I'm not happy with you, and the thing is that Mr. Pena. Since you've been an adult, you've picked up 1 to 2 cases every year. It would scare me to let you out because I don't know what you're going to do. The last thing I want is for me to let you out and you leave just a path of destruction like the Tasmanian devil. You now have a DWI here. You're wanted for 3 charges in, where was it again?
Indiana.
In Indiana. You know, you're hopscotching states with criminality. And you're only 23. I don't feel comfortable giving you a bond because I don't think that you will comply with the court orders.
Can I speak?
Sure. Just don't talk about the cases.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about, sir, believe me, I understand where you come from because it's probably not the first time you see it. But my cases are not, never hurting nobody. I'm not a menace to society.
What else was it?
Your Honor, it's fraud, identity deception, forgery, corrupt business influence,
But nothing with, no disrespect to you, I promise no disrespect, but nothing that has that I hurt somebody or make somebody do that they didn't want to or like
Have an open DWI.
for doing a favor.
Stop.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Don't,
Yeah, sorry.
you know, if you go out there
Uh-huh.
and you kill a family of 4, do you think, well, he was going to try to help someone? Do you think they care?
I was asking her, I was like, at least, because my mom, it's the Indiana case is like 14 hours if I'm not mistaken, and well, my mama don't got enough money to be going back and forth. So that's why I was asking her. I'm like, if he, I'll do anything that however he feels comfortable, like however you want. I was like, can he at least put me a monitor to drive with my mom over there at least one time? Cause I haven't seen my mama, and I'm not gonna be able to see my mama if I end up going all the way to Indiana, cause she don't got enough funds to even go over there like every week. And sir, like believe me, I'm not no bad
My
person.
concern is whether you get to see your mom. You know what I mean?
Understandable. Oh, that's understandable. No
My
disrespect.
only concern is that you get to Indiana to
Yes, sir.
put charges.
Yes, sir.
Now, the problem is that you refused extradition. So you aren't even earning credit now toward, because when someone waives extradition, we give that other state
Yes, sir.
14 days to come get you.
Yes, sir.
And if they don't come get you,
Yes, sir.
then Harris County releases you.
Yes, sir.
Right? The warrant don't go away.
Yes,
That warrant will also remain.
Yes, sir.
But at this point, I just don't feel comfortable giving you a bond, Mr. Pena. You know, you're just too young. You keep picking up criminal cases, and it scares me.
Well, can we come to like an understanding? Like, let's just say I do suppose like however you think that I'm finna do, I'm really eventually I'm gonna come back, and I'll do more time than I have to. Bro. I'm giving you my word that I
don't feel comfortable,
You don't
Mr.
feel
Pena.
that's acceptable. That's acceptable.
Because the
Judge.
problem is that with the cases that you had with us, I also had to revoke your bond on those cases when you were just here with us.
Yeah,
You know,
no.
you failed to appear on one of your cases, and that's just here in Harris County. On one of the gun cases, you took off and we had to issue a warrant for your arrest.
No.
No.
Okay.
And Judge,
The bond's
just,
at 1,001.
okay, just if I may, I believe both of the gun cases were ultimately dismissed.
One was dismissed, the other one.
One was not.
Oh, okay. I apologize for my misunderstanding. I thought they both.
So he probably pled to one where they dismissed the other one.
Okay.
He was on bond and he picked up a new case. That's what it.
No, it was a
No.
year after. But actually, in part of housekeeping, if you wanted to go forward with the 2-year rule, or if you didn't want to.
Okay. So his DWI is in court 15. I don't know if they're going to send that back because of the.
We killed the 2-year rule.
Oh,
Didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, it
Okay.
when was it, like a month ago or so?
Oh,
Yeah, so there's no
That's why
more.
it's okay.
Okay.
It's still like all fresh and new. We have to update the court rules, but as far as
Okay,
the 2-year rules now gone.
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, because the problem is that judges would get too, you'd end up seeing the same people over and over. And then is it really fair because you end up, right?
That
You
that makes
start
sense.
developing a relationship and you start treating them differently as you would.
Right.
So that's why. So now you refuse. I'm not going to give you a bond. So you have 2 options. You can, if you want to continue to refuse, they will go get a governor's warrant from Indiana to forcing Indiana to come get you, but that will take 90 days. If you want to waive now, you can waive now, and give them 14 days to come get you. I'll let you talk with Anna to make the decision to let you know what you want to do.
And he did sign the waiver, just,
Oh, okay. All right.
so.
Got it.
Time started yesterday?
I just started.
Right now,
So they'll have.
the time that you waive,
they'll have-
which is right now.
Yeah, I had signed the paper yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. I sure did. Cause she said it starts at 12, that day that I signed my paper.
Okay.
It's up to them whether they want to.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, at
No, it
first,
shows a refusal.
it was I had signed for the 90 days, and she said tomorrow you got an option to tell your lawyer that you could change your mind tomorrow.
Okay.
And then I was like, when did the day start? She's like, tonight at 12.
It's a refusal.
Yeah, so they'll have until the 18th.
Oh, no, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay, man. No, you don't
Yeah.
worry about it. I appreciate you.
Okay.
You're doing your job. Appreciate
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
No, appreciate you, Judge.
Okay.
Sir, you're charged with interference with the duties of a public servant. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and/or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you, sir.
Yes, sir.
On March 28, 2025, an officer was in the process of serving a capital murder warrant on a suspect in Harris County, Texas. While conducting a felony stop, the defendant, who was identified by his Texas ID card, pulled up on the officer's perimeter, got out of their motor vehicle, and began walking to the residence where the murder suspect was. The officer supervisor ordered the defendant to stop and stay right there. The defendant refused and continued to ignore officers while walking towards the residence. The officer supervisor ordered the defendant to step back multiple times and then grabbed the defendant and took him to the ground.
Him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Was he the capital murder suspect?
No, Your Honor.
I live there.
Stop.
Oh, sorry.
I believe that they were in the process of serving a warrant on someone else at the residence, and that's when they came in contact with the defendant. Ordered him to stop. He refused to stop going towards the residence. Your Honor.
Did it serve the warrant? What ended up happening?
Looks like after refusing commands, there was a brief struggle where he was detained.
Was the murder suspect there?
I'm not sure, Your Honor. It does not say. I have no further facts that show if the warrant was complete on the warrant or not, Your Honor, or completed at the time. I just believe they were in the process and believed him to be at the residence, and that's when this incident occurred.
Read it again, if you don't mind.
Yes, Your Honor. On March 28, 2025, the law enforcement officer and Squad 5 of the Houston Police Department's Gang Division served a capital murder warrant for a suspect observed inside a truck at a nearby residence. While conducting a felony stop, the defendant, who is identified by his Texas ID card, pulled up on the perimeter, got out of the vehicle, walked to the sidewalk, and began walking to the residence where the murder suspect was. The supervisor then ordered the defendant to stop and to stay right there. The defendant refused and continued ignoring officers and walking towards the residence. The supervisor ordered him to step back multiple times, but the defendant was once again ignored the officers. The law enforcement officer grabbed the defendant and made him off balance and took him to the ground.
Okay, so now, but when you first started, you said they were going to a capital murder suspect in a car.
Yes, Your Honor. That's what. So I was originally reading the summary, and I'm going straight from the gems now, Your Honor. It looks like the suspect was observed inside a truck at a nearby residence.
So the suspect is not even in the residence. No.
Then they later state that there was that the suspect, that the defendant here was walking towards the residence where the murder suspect was. I'm not sure, Your Honor, I have nothing further.
If I know proper case, just be careful, man. When you get into a pissing match with
I understand.
who's gonna win,
They are. I understand.
no.
Yes, sir.
All right, hand,
All right. Did that?
please. You are on bond for an assault in this case, and you've now picked up a new case. What happened to the violation of protective order, please?
Yes, Your Honor. On March 18th, 2025, Harris County Texas, the officer met with the witness for a BPO call for service. The officer met with the as we filed with the defense, sent her threatening text messages and called her 21 times. Claiming received calls for 1 day after the 61-day protective order expired. The defendant has a no contact order in place out of Court 5.
You don't get it. You don't get it. I only have one thing to do. I'm sorry, I'm revoking your bond, putting you in jail. I ordered you not to do something and you're doing whatever you want to do. Doesn't work like that. There are serious consequences. Goes with you.
Who is this judge?
This is Montes.
Did you want another mower?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I'm putting a new MOA on him, and I'm going to advise him that if he violates it again, we'll have a hearing to hold him at no bond. Okay? Because the second one, I can have a hearing. I will only touch the assault case, and I'm going to put it at 5,001. He is made bond on the VPO.
He was given a PR.
They gave him a PR bond on the VPO. It's like, I don't know if I'm going to keep the PR bond on the VPO as well. Mr. Room, just,
Well, Judge, there were multiple orders in this case for bond conditions, and the one that ordered no contact was not labeled an order in the computer, so I didn't see it. There was another one that was no threatening or harassing, and a third one, and it was blank, and all it said was all conditions to be supervised by the department.
That means they're following the conditions in the state's motion filed on the same day.
say it again.
Oh.
That
okay.
order will mean that they're supposed to be following the conditions in the state's motion that are filed on the same day as that transporter.
Tell him ad nauseum, you know. I'll leave the VPO as is, okay?
Yeah.
I'm putting a new protective order in today, and I'll advise him that he's not to have contact with this person. And if he does again, I'll have a hearing to hold him at no bond. Okay? So yeah, the VPO, he's made bond 2,500, and at the assault, I'm putting it at 5,001. Okay?
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks. Good morning, Mr. Jordan. So you're charged with interference with the duties of a public servant. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
On March 27, 2025, an officer was working a second job at Dick's Sporting Goods in Harris County, Texas, and was approached by the store manager, the witness. This advised the officer that the defendant walked into the store with another individual, and the witness advised the officer the other individual with the defendant walked out of the store without paying for any merchandise. The complaining witness stated he wanted the defendant to trespass because the defendant was seen on camera attempting to cover the individual while the individual was stealing merchandise. The officer stopped the defendant at the front entrance of the store, and the officer stated the defendant would be trespassing the store. The defendant became irate and more aggressive. The officer ordered the defendant to place his hands behind his back and placed handcuffs on the defendant's right wrist. The defendant twisted his body and tensed his muscles. The defendant, with a great amount of force, threw his left arm forward and threw his left arm backwards towards the officer. The officer attempted to gain control of the defendant's left arm. The defendant began pulling away, and the officer to grab the defendant's body with both arms and guide the defendant toward a rack where the officer was able excuse me, Your Honor, tongue twister, where they were able to contain the defendant. The defendant was identified by his Texas driver's license.
What's he under arrest for?
I believe he was under arrest for trespass originally, Your Honor.
Oh.
Yes, Your Honor. You just have a brief moment.
Are you losing? Are you losing?
Your Honor, the only thing I have is that the suspect began acting irate and clearly becoming more aggressive, and then the officer went to detain the suspect by grabbing his right wrist.
No, when you get into a pissing match with the people who have the power of arrest, who's going to win every single time? You know what I mean? Every single time. Sometimes it's better to tuck your tail. At times, because you may end up winning in the long run. I'm going to find no probable cause in the case. Just be careful, man. I probably wouldn't go back to the sticks because it's not going to go well. You know what I mean? All right, hang tight.
I am here on Destiny Drake Osby. Yesterday, you ordered that she appear today. I was appointed last Friday. She caught a new ag assault family member in another court.
Now,
She is in court eight's holdover right now.
do you mind bringing up, please?
Last name is Drake-Osby. The case before you, like I said, it was recently appointed a week ago today. It looks like the arrest was the following day for whatever this new thing is.
This for the,
Well, no, the new law violation that she caught in felony
let's,
court.
hold on before, because I want her to hear everything.
Gotcha.
I mean, Sean. You're on bond for DWI with us, and you've now picked up an aggravated assault on the family. Do you mind, this is Ms. Drake Osby. What happened in the ag assault, please?
Yes, Your Honor. On April 1st, 2020, as first specified, the plaintiff and the defendant are exes from a prior dating relationship. On April 1st, 2025, an officer was dispatched to an address in Lewis County, Texas, responsible for service call. The complainant stated there was a verbal altercation when the defendant took the complainant's cell phone. The defendant then entered the bedroom and began striking the phone with objects to break it. The complainant was able to retrieve his cell phone, at which time the defendant began to strike the complainant in the head and torso with a close fist, causing him to fall on the ground. The complainant was able to walk away, and the defendant grabbed a metal object and struck the complainant in the head and arm, causing 2 lacerations on his left eye and a laceration on his right eye, and multiple scratches on both arms. The defendant then jumped the fence and fled the scene. The object was a solid metal bracket, 12 to 16 inches in width, made of heavy gauge steel designed to hold 2 cylindrical metal tubes and has multiple sharp triggers. The item is manufactured for law enforcement officer use as a mounting or deployment device for entire deflation.
And all this over a phone? Ms. Drake Osby, I now have to revoke your bond in our case as well. I'm sorry. So I'm going to set it at 5,001. You've still not made bond on the felony case. So if you do, I mean, we can talk, but John, I think he's set for when? She's set for
514, Your Honor. Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you want to do, I guess, the day after then?
You look at one other thing, Judge. Well, I think the felony is actually set for Monday. Our case before this one was caught up was when she was reset for 514.
It's up to, I'm good with whatever you want to.
I'm actually looking, I don't have any new discovery to look over because this case is so new. There weren't even any body cams for me, so I'm pretty much waiting on everything. I'll leave it where it is and I'll monitor things and see what's going on with the felony case, Judge.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Thank you, Judge.
Good morning, Ms. Hodge.
Good morning.
Ma'am, you're charged with resisting arrest or search. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do a probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one. One will be appointed to you. Okay.
Your Honor, on March 30th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, a law enforcement officer observed a vehicle traveling 55 miles an hour in a 40-mile-an-hour zone and made a traffic stop. Upon contact with the defendant became irate and demanded the law enforcement officer's name and badge number before answering a FaceTime call and becoming distracted. The defendant advised that her driver's license was expired and that she only had a passport. Vehicle registration was also expired. The law enforcement officer asked the defendant to step out of the vehicle, and the defendant ignored the commands. The law enforcement officer then opened the defendant's door and again ordered the defendant to step out of the car and informed her she was under arrest for interfering with public duties. The law enforcement officer then removed the defendant from the driver's seat and forced the defendant to the ground. After being detained, the defendant refused to get into the back of the law enforcement officer's vehicle and began to kick out towards the deputies. In the process, the defendant struck the law enforcement officer in both thighs several times. The The law enforcement officer was eventually able to force the defendant into hiding.
Did she get charged with assault on the peace officer?
No, Your Honor, she did not.
Very lucky. Extremely lucky that you're not charged with 2 additional felonies. Ms. Hodge, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. So can you run her license, see if she has a valid license, please? If you do not have a Texas driver license and a liability insurance in your name, you're not allowed to drive, and I will make that a condition of your bond. When you get into a pissing match with people who have the power of arrest, who wins? Right. Take that into account. A lot of times, something like this ends up in a ticket, you know?
She's not eligible.
Okay, you're not allowed to drive. I'm making that a condition, and you're now going to sign an affidavit with me today, which is a promise that you're not going to drive. I don't care what's going on in your life. There's no justification you can give for driving. I don't care if there's a burning building and you have to save 50 people. Do not drive. If you want to drive, go get a license, get insurance, and I'll happily take this restriction off. That's the only condition I'm placing on you now. Don't drive unless you have those, and then you get approval from us. Because you have a lawyer, Ms. Hodge, I will waive your appearance. Meaning you don't have to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch with Ms. Barnes. She'll tell you if and when you have to come back to court. If she tells me she cannot get a hold of you because you're playing games, you're not responding to phone calls or text messages, I will issue a warrant for your arrest as well. Okay, so I'll have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive, and after that, you guys are out of here. Thank you.
Thank you.
You are Mr. Guarchaj.
Watch out.
Yes, you were charged with racing on a highway. You are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
On March 30th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, the law enforcement officer was informed of a group of modified vehicles that were going to be racing on the West Loop South Freeway. The law enforcement officer with the location observed vehicles traveling in a pack and began to trail the vehicles. Law enforcement officer witnessed 4 vehicles line up side by side at match speeds of 60 miles an hour and then simultaneously accelerate to speeds over 100 miles an hour. 3 of the vehicles that lined up and participated in the second drag race. A traffic stop was initiated and the defendant stated that he was speeding.
Do we have any of the co-defendants?
We do not, Your Honor. I believe
Who's the only one?
individual was detained on the traffic stop from another officer.
Do you mind running this license, please?
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, I do not currently have a driver's license. So take it to me.
Mr. Guarcha, you are not allowed to drive. I am putting this condition on you now, and you will be signing an affidavit with me today, promising me you're not going to drive. I don't care what your excuse is. If I find that you drive, if you become a danger to my community, I'm going to put you in jail. I don't know if you're in this country with permission, but if you're not, and you go to jail and immigration finds you because they sweep it daily, they will put a detainer on you and you will be stuck like Chuck in there until this case is over with. And then you get shipped off to immigration. That's usually about a 6 to 9 month process. Do you understand?
¿Entiende? ¿Entiende? Yes, sir.
Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with them. I'm absolutely serious when I mean no driving. I don't care what your excuse is, sir. If I find that you get into a car and drive, and I don't care if it's to the little Piggly Wiggly, it's not going to go well for you. I'll have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. We'll have you sign a reset. And after that, you'll be out of here, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Please.
Have a wonderful day.
Good morning, Mr. Robichaud. Sir, you're charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. So,
Thank you, Judge. On March 29th, 2025, the officer was advised, an officer was advised the defendant exited a Target store with approximately $100 shoe, passing all points of sale without attempting to pay for it. The officer arrived at the store location and was advised Defendant placed the scooter in the rear of his motor vehicle and roadway. The officer initiated a traffic stop on the vehicle and detained the defendant. The officer observed the scooter in the back from the vehicle. The officer confirmed the scooter was stolen by contacting the complaining witness. And the officer identified the defendant by entering his name, date of birth, and used a prior booking photo to match the offense.
Can you run his license, please? See if he has a license.
Yes, Your Honor.
It's expired, sir.
Stop.
Silent, Your Honor.
Mr. Robichaux, I'm going to have you sign an affidavit with me today promising you're not going to drive. I don't care what's going on in your life. I don't care what you need to do. I don't care what the kid has to go. They got to go to the hospital. You're not allowed to drive unless you have a Texas driver license and liability insurance. If I find that you do, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you get into a car. Do you understand?
Sir.
I'm also ordering you from going to any Target whatsoever, anywhere.
So I do have a valid insurance. I need to renew my license. Absolutely. I agree.
If you have valid insurance, but you still don't have a license, that valid insurance is squat because you don't have a license.
Sir, I understand. I know I made a mistake. Yes, sir. Huh?
You have the ability to hire a lawyer.
No, sir, not at the moment.
Brandon's going to give you an application. I'm going to have you fill it out and I'll see whether you qualify. I need to know everything about you. We are going to make bond conditions for you not to go to any Target. You're going to sign it. Do not pick up a new case. Do not endanger my city. Otherwise, I'm going to make your bond so high. Do you understand?
Absolutely.
Don't pick up any new cases.
Absolutely. I appreciate it, sir.
All right, head on over there and then we'll have you fill everything out, sir.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Cavazos, your charge of failure to stop and give information, which is a Class B misdemeanor. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you a 6-month deferred. Deferred is a type of probation that if you complete it successfully, you do not end up with a conviction on your record. This is really important because, you know, with these types of cases, if you plead guilty to it, they can turn around and sue you and use that against you.
Yes, sir.
And could cost you a pretty penny. Do you understand?
How does it get removed?
We'll talk about that.
So first, assuming you complete it successfully, you may be able to have it sealed. Okay? But first things first is you got to complete it successfully. If you fail to complete it successfully, you pick up a new case, you test positive for dope or alcohol, or you don't pay what you're supposed to, we're going to issue a warrant for your arrest. I'm going to put you in jail, and we're only going to talk about if you violated it or not. If you do, you're looking at up to 180 days in jail. Do you understand?
Yes.
I'll make you a deal. If you do well in half the time, you're nice to everybody, get all your classes done, you pay restitution, I'll take you off in half the time. You could be done in 3 months. That's no time. Get everything done quick and be nice. Pay the restitution and you're out.
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I will not find you guilty. I will withhold that for 6 months. So all you have to do is the restitution to a Miss Duran, an effective decision-making class, 12 hours of community service, no threatening, harassing, abusive contact with a Mr. Barrett. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Is this how you understand it?
John.
All right. We wish you the best of luck. All right. Get it done. Good morning, Mr. Washington. Where have you been?
Schedule, that's why.
You thought it was what?
Schedule, I got a text message that it was rescheduled somehow, but I guess it wasn't.
We give you a reset that tells you when to be here.
Yeah, November 11th. But then some on my phone it said the 21st or something like that. So it's just a miscommunication.
What am I supposed to do about that?
It wasn't my intentions. Thought it was today. That's why I came today.
Mr. Washington, I will give you a get out of jail free card today. It's not going to happen again. If the next time you don't come back, I will put you in jail and I'm not giving you another chance. Do you understand? I'm sending you now for a drug test because I want to know what, if anything, is in your system. You ever blow us off again, that's it. You will stay with me in custody. Do you understand? Take a seat for me. Tristan Johnson?
Sir.
Mr. Johnson, you're charged with possession of marijuana. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On November 14th, 2024, the officer conducted a traffic stop after observing the motor vehicle have a defective front left headlamp. The motor vehicle came to a complete stop and the passenger immediately exited the motor vehicle. The officer remained with the motor vehicle and made contact with the defendant, the driver. The defendant had an odor of marijuana emitting from his person and a narcotic search was conducted. The officer observed a white in color packaging pulled from the right side of pants that appeared to be packaged marijuana. The substance was identified as marijuana based on training experience with a weight of 1.12 grams.
Did you say he was the driver? He was
the driver. The passenger fled the vehicle.
Okay. All right, Mr. Johnson, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Do you have a valid Texas driver license?
No, sir.
You're not allowed to drive. I'm making that a condition of your bond. If I find that you drive, and I don't care what your reason is, I can have a contempt hearing. You're facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. You will be signing an affidavit with me today, which is a promise that you're not going to drive.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I don't care if there's a burning building and you have to go save people. Do not drive.
Yes, sir.
How old are you?
I'm 18 years old.
What do you do for a living?
I work with my mom.
Did you graduate from high school?
Yes, sir.
Good. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to smoke marijuana.
Yes, sir.
I will test you 40 to 45 days from today. If you continue to smoke marijuana, likewise, I will put you in jail.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you stop as of today, the next time you come here and we test you, you should be negative.
Yes, sir.
I don't care if you're in the car and everybody else is smoking or what. No excuses.
Yes, sir.
You want to apply for an appointed lawyer?
No, sir. No, sir.
You don't want a court-appointed lawyer?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. My bad. I didn't get the question.
So tell me what you're doing with yourself. Are you working?
Yes, sir.
What are you doing?
I'm helping my mom, like with the flowers in the yard and stuff like that. Just like
That's
stuff.
not a real job, dude. I mean, a real job where you work 9 to 5.
I go to school, welding school.
Are you actually enrolled in school?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to provide you with a lawyer today. I want to see that you're actually enrolled in school. If you
Yes, sir.
are, that's fantastic. That's
Yes, sir.
great.
Yes, sir.
Show it to me, though. I want to see that you're actually enrolled, and then that's absolutely wonderful. You're going
Yes,
to
sir.
kill it as a welder.
Yes, sir.
But if you're smoking weed, they're going to drug test you
I know.
when you try to get a job. And
Yes,
if you test positive, you're never going to get a job. You got to stop.
Yes, sir.
And it's going to stop right now.
Yes,
You
sir.
understand?
Yes, sir.
Did you want no alcohol as well?
Correct.
I don't drink.
As of today, you don't smoke either. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you want to drive, go get a license, get insurance, show me that you have both, and I will take this off. But I'm telling you, if I find that you drive, there's going to be HE double hockey sticks to pay. Do you understand?
Sure.
Okay. I'm going to have you sign. I'm going to have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. I'm going to get you to Victoria Center reset, and then I'll have you take a seat in the jury box while we find your lawyer.
All right, Judge, next is page 19.
Okay.
Perez, come on up.
Said Perez? Are you Jose Perez?
Yes.
Mr. Perez, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
On November 14th, 2024, the officer observed the defendant's motor vehicle driving through an apartment complex at a high rate of speed, exit the parking lot, turn onto a public roadway, and squeal their tires in violation of a Pasadena city ordinance. Upon running the defendant's plates, he observed the vehicle to have expired insurance and expired registration. The officer observed the defendant continue to travel at a high rate of speed, make a U-turn without using a turn signal, and squeal his tires again.
Is this in a parking lot?
He exited the apartment complex and onto the public road, and a traffic stop was conducted. Upon contact with the defendant, the officer observed red, watery eyes, and an odor of an alcoholic beverage. The defendant admitted to drinking and trying to elude the officer on the roadway. Standard field sobriety test was conducted, HGN 6 out of 6, walking turn 7 out of 8, one leg stand 3 out of 4. The officer observed an open container halfway filled and cold to the touch.
Drinking while driving?
And DIC was red, and the defendant consented to breath. Results were 0.152 and 0.152.
Tell me, Mr. Perez. Are you in this country? Are you a United States citizen?
No.
Are you in this country with or without permission?
Without permission.
What happens if you go to jail?
My family will be without help.
What else?
No sé. I don't know. My family depends on me.
Are you in this country with or without permission?
Sin permiso.
What happens if you go to jail, Mr. Perez? I want you to think.
Pues es que me va a ir mal con mi familia. So, puedo perder. Tengo mucho que perder realmente.
Well, again, with my family, I have a lot to lose.
Mr. Perez, you are not in this country with permission. If you go to jail and immigration finds you in the jail, they will put a detainer on you and you will be stuck in custody until this case is over with. And then you will be shipped off to immigration. The fact that you have an open the car makes it a minimum of 5 days in jail to any sentence that you get. And I can tell you now, if you spend any more than 6 hours in custody, immigration will find you and they will put a detainer on you. I am putting conditions on your bond now. And if I find that you violate these conditions, I will put you in jail so fast, your head is going to go as fast as the tires on your car. It'll spin that fast. Do you understand? You were not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I am also ordering you not to drive. I don't care what's going on in your life. You will be signing a promise with me today that you're not going to drive. If I find that you drive, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. Do you understand? What did I just say?
I can't drive if I'm found driving or drinking or consuming drugs. I will have to return to court and pay a fine of $500.
You will go to jail.
A la cárcel.
You will go to jail. Any prior DWIs, Alex?
No, you're right.
I'm gonna have you come up here, swear to us that you're not gonna drive.
A jurar de que no.
I will have you go to Victoria, sign a reset.
Victoria para firmar el cambio.
After that, you will get with Felicia for your bond conditions. Mr. Perez, heed this warning.
Just a
You will not get another one. And I would hope that you recognize it's elementary that you're not supposed to have alcohol in the car while you are driving.
Tiene que tener consumir alcohol.
We're going to reset your case. When you come back, please have a lawyer, sir. That way. Are you Myra Herrera? Ms. Herrera, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 180 days in jail to be probated for 12 months. As part of the probation, you will do a DWI repeat offender, DWI education class. You will do 2 victim impact panels, a TRAS, which is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. If they assess other conditions, you must fulfill them. Guardian interlock, no breath test refusal, meaning that if you are pulled over in a car and you're asked to submit a breath test, you must submit one. If you don't, then you're in violation of this probation. No drugs, no alcohol, guardian interlock, and 60 hours of community service. Is this how you understand the agreement? You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, you can never change this or undo this. You know, your record, it's not pretty. And I'm going to tell you, if you were ever in a car, you get pulled over, the first thing an officer does is they're going to look at your record. Even if you have the faintest smell of alcohol, what do you think they're going to do to you? Right. I would never, even if you've had a sip of alcohol, a sip of wine, I wouldn't get into a car because you're begging for trouble. What we're doing now, this DWI will go on your record, and from now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. Do you understand? So that's what I'm saying. Even if you've had a sip of alcohol, don't even get in. You're begging for trouble. So there's an FSGI.
Order in the court.
Was there any restitution or anything?
I think we addressed that, the restitution on the DWI.
Yes.
What? Did she have car insurance at the time? Please tell me she did.
She did not, Judge. She did not.
So I spoke to the complainant. There is restitution in this case. I think we discussed it. He had insurance, but that was the deductible, was the restitution.
So, I mean, that's, how much was the restitution?
$1,500.
Is that a part of this as well?
Judge, I think I forgot, it just got left out of it.
Oh, yeah, I think that was just my mistake if I didn't put it in.
Yeah, it needs to be on there, right?
Just add it, Judge.
Can I write it in?
And then I will do it.
Okay, who is the restitution to?
John Genson, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm going to tell you now that I'm going to keep you on this probation until you pay restitution. It's not fair that someone else has to pony up money out of their pocket when, you know, they should be made whole. Do you understand? You know, there's also a matter of fines and fees that you're going to be required to pay for this thing too. You know, there's a surcharge that you're going to be required to pay. It's a $3,000 surcharge. We'll give you 2 years to pay it, but that's something that you're going to be required to pay as well. And you need to understand, if you don't pay it, you will go to jail for every $100 you owe. You will sit 1 day in jail. Do you understand? So we take it extremely serious. You've already had this exact same situation dismissed a year and a half ago, and now we're here back again. It's time that we get your attention, and I hope that this is it. You know, lucky that there was nothing worse that's happened. How do you plead to the office, man? Guilty or not guilty? I will find you guilty. I will follow the agreement. I'm going to write it in. You're okay with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, just in case. And then, all right, ma'am. So, do you have, what does she have now?
Just portable, Judge.
Okay. Are you driving? Okay, do you have a Texas driver license?
Yes.
With the ALR suspension, do you remember?
I think it was dismissed. I'm sure it was dismissed, but I'm not.
Alex, do you mind looking real quick? It's better that you know now what's going on with your license. If you're going to drive, do not drive unless you have insurance.
I have insurance.
Make sure that you have, because if you don't, then it could really, it could cost you a very, very, just a huge amount.
Your Honor, I see the ALR suspension lifted as of November 22nd. However, I see a subsequent SR suspension that is not lifted.
Okay, so her license is suspended now. You can't drive, ma'am. I'm making that a condition until you get your license back.
There's not enough. She attempted to.
She did it herself or
Petition through
something?
DPS.
Johnson?
Happened where.
To a third party because I was never reached.
She was trying to resolve the license issue through paying restitution, and someone wouldn't agree to it. So because she didn't have insurance, so DPS got involved in terms of paying restitution, but someone wouldn't agree to it. Yeah, she was trying. She was actively trying to do it.
Don't drive. Your license is not, it's suspended at this point. You need to just get a hold of DPS to find out what you need to do to get your license. If you drove here today, you cannot drive home. Don't drive. You're in violation. If you drive, you're in violation of the probation. If you violate this probation, I will issue a warrant. I'm going to put you in jail. And you're looking at 180 days. So be careful. You understand me?
Lifted now that she has a court order to pay restitution.
I don't know, but don't just start driving. You need to call them. This is the number to the driver's license division. Should already in my hand. That's the number to the driver's license division. You need to call them before you just start driving to verify, because if you just start driving on a suspended license, you're in violation. When you call them, call at 7 in the morning. Don't call it any other time, otherwise you'll never get through. All right? Questions?
No, sir.
Okay, good luck.
Thanks, Judge.